Have you ever gazed at the stars and felt an inexplicable connection, as if something ancient within you recognizes those distant lights? Perhaps that feeling isn't just poetic imagination, but a whisper of truth from our cosmic origins. Today, we're delving into one of the most profound and controversial claims made by the legendary American mystic Edgar Cayce: the possibility that human origins might not be from Earth at all. But before we begin, please hit the like button and let me know where in the world you're watching from today. It's always fascinating seeing who's joining us from around the world. Throughout human history, cultures worldwide have created myths about our beginnings, from divine creation to evolutionary pathways. But what if there's another narrative, one that stretches beyond our planet and into the vast expanse of the cosmos? Edgar Cayce, often called the sleeping prophet, provided readings during his trance states that challenge everything conventional science has taught us about human origins. Has this ever happened to you? You've looked up at the night sky and experienced a strange nostalgia for the stars, a longing that seems to transcend your earthly existence. According to Cayce's revelations, this feeling might be more than mere wonder. It could be the echo of an ancient journey your soul once took. Cayce suggested something remarkable, that human consciousness, our very souls, traveled through the stars before arriving on this blue planet. This cosmic migration shaped what we would become as a species. Stay with me until the end, because understanding this perspective might fundamentally change how you perceive your place in the universe. What's particularly fascinating about Cayce's revelations is how they align with ancient wisdom traditions found across multiple civilizations, from Egyptian to Sumerian to Native American belief systems, all of which speak of humanity's connection to the stars. These parallels emerge despite these cultures having no apparent historical contact with each other. What you're about to discover might surprise you, challenging not just scientific consensus, but potentially offering answers to questions that have puzzled philosophers and spiritual seekers for millennia. Why do humans seem so different from other earthly creatures in our consciousness, creativity, and spiritual yearnings? Why do we feel simultaneously at home on Earth, yet somehow alien, like travelers who have forgotten where they came from? As we explore Cayce's cosmic vision of human origins, we'll examine how souls might have journeyed through celestial bodies, gathering experiences and wisdom before incarnating here. This stellar pilgrimage, according to the sleeping prophet, wasn't random but purposeful, each star system imparting unique qualities that would eventually form the complex tapestry of human consciousness. But if we truly did originate beyond Earth, what evidence might support such an extraordinary claim? And what might it reveal about our purpose here? The answers may be written not just in ancient texts or mystical readings, but in the very structure of our DNA and the unconscious memories carried within our collective psyche. If this journey through Edgar Cayce's revelations stirred something inside you, don't let it stop here. Hit subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss a step on this cosmic path. Together, we're building a community of truth seekers ready to remember who we really are. Cayce's insights don't just challenge traditional human history and science, they completely transform our understanding of humanity's journey. When we examine his readings closely, we discover descriptions of human souls carrying the imprint of experiences from civilizations beyond our familiar historical record, souls that have witnessed the rise and fall of societies we've never read about in textbooks. What's particularly fascinating is the depth of these soul memories. According to Cayce, each of us carries within our subconscious mind the accumulated wisdom and experiences from these previous civilizations. This isn't just about past lives on Earth. It's about an expansive cosmic heritage that shapes who we are today, often without our conscious awareness. These revelations invite us to reconsider the very foundation of human potential. If Cayce's readings hold truth, then the limitations we perceive in ourselves might be nothing more than temporary barriers, artificial constructs created by our disconnection from our deeper soul knowledge. The decisions we make today may be influenced by subtle guidance systems rooted in ancient wisdom we don't consciously remember possessing. Now, I want to go even deeper into this topic by exploring the profound implications of these soul memories. Imagine for a moment what it would mean if these memories could be accessed deliberately. Some of Cayce's followers have reported spontaneous recollections during deep meditation, or dream states, vivid impressions of technologies, healing practices, and spiritual understandings that seem to originate from beyond our known history. The transformative potential here is staggering. These aren't just interesting historical footnotes, but practical wisdom that might help us navigate our current global challenges. Consider how our approach to energy production, environmental stewardship, or even conflict resolution might change if we could tap into the collective wisdom of civilizations that solved similar problems long ago, perhaps in ways we've yet to discover or rediscover. Behind the scenes of our ordinary consciousness, these memories may be subtly influencing our attractions to certain places, people, and areas of study. Have you ever felt an inexplicable connection to a particular ancient culture or historical period? According to Cayce's framework, this might not be random, but rather your soul recognizing something familiar, something it once knew intimately. This perspective offers a hidden truth about human potential that mainstream science has yet to fully explore. That our individual lives are chapters in a much longer story, one that extends far beyond our current identity and possibly even this planet. The impact of such understanding could revolutionize how we approach everything, from education to psychology to spiritual development. If something in this explanation resonates with your own intuitive feelings or experiences, write "soul memory activated" in the comments. Now, as we continue exploring Cayce's cosmic vision, we'll examine how these ancient connections might actually manifest in our modern lives. As we consider Cayce's cosmic perspective, we begin to see humanity through an entirely different lens, not as simple biological entities that evolved on Earth, but as consciousness travelers on an extended spiritual journey across the cosmos. This revelation transforms our understanding of human purpose and potential in profound ways. According to Cayce's readings, Earth wasn't just randomly selected as a home for human development. Rather, it was deliberately chosen as a unique meeting ground, a cosmic crossroads where souls from various star systems could incarnate and interact. This planetary melting pot wasn't created by chance, but was designed as a specialized environment for spiritual growth and karmic resolution. What makes this interpretation so fascinating is how it aligns with the unexplained gaps in conventional evolutionary theory. The remarkable acceleration of human consciousness and our unique cognitive abilities might not be simply the result of random mutations and natural selection, but rather the expression of souls bringing interstellar wisdom into physical form on this planet. This perspective offers a deeper dimension to our understanding of human diversity as well. The vast differences in human characteristics, talents, and spiritual inclinations might reflect our varied cosmic origins. Some souls may carry the imprint of highly technical civilizations, while others embody the wisdom of more spiritually advanced systems. Earth becomes not just a home, but a classroom where these diverse cosmic perspectives can learn from one another. Now, I want to go even deeper into this topic by examining how Cayce's cosmic human origin story might explain some of our most profound existential questions. Many people experience what psychologists call cosmic longing, an inexplicable feeling that Earth isn't quite home, a sensation of being somewhat alien here. Through Cayce's framework, this makes perfect sense. If we are indeed cosmic travelers temporarily housed in earthly bodies, that feeling of otherworldly nostalgia might actually be a faint memory of our true origins. The implications of this cosmic heritage are vast. It suggests that the human journey is far more expansive than a single lifetime, or even many lifetimes on Earth. We may be participating in an interplanetary cycle of growth that extends beyond our comprehension, gathering experiences across multiple worlds and dimensions that contribute to our soul's evolution. If you've ever felt that inexplicable connection to the stars, write cosmic recognition in the comments. This concept might resonate with something you've intuitively sensed throughout your life, but never had the framework to express. Cayce claimed that during his deep trance states, he could access what he called the Akashic records, a cosmic library containing every thought, word, and action from all time. These weren't just abstract concepts to him. They were vivid, immersive experiences where he witnessed entire civilizations rise and fall before his eyes. In one particularly striking instance, he described flying over an ancient metropolis with technology that rivaled our own, yet existed thousands of years before recorded history. What makes these cosmic memories so compelling is how they intertwine with myths from around the world. When Cayce spoke of Atlantis, he wasn't just regurgitating Plato's dialogues. He provided intricate details about their energy systems, crystal technologies, and the societal structures that eventually led to their downfall. These descriptions align remarkably with fragments found in Mayan codices, Egyptian hieroglyphs, and even Hindu Vedic texts, suggesting a hidden thread of truth beneath what modern scholars often dismiss as mere fantasy. The transformative power of these visions lies in their consistency. Without any formal education in archaeology or ancient languages, Cayce accurately described architectural details of temples that would only be discovered decades after his death. This raises profound questions about the nature of consciousness itself. Can the human mind truly transcend time and space under certain conditions? Behind the scenes of Cayce's work was a meticulous documentation process. Every trance was recorded verbatim by a stenographer, creating over 14,000 documented readings that researchers still study today. This level of detail allows us to trace recurring themes and revelations that appeared consistently throughout decades of readings. Despite Cayce having no conscious memory of what he said while entranced, what's particularly fascinating is how Cayce's cosmic journeys often revealed the interconnectedness of ancient cultures separated by vast oceans. He spoke of migratory patterns between continents that mainstream archaeology is only now beginning to consider possible. These weren't random musings, but detailed accounts of cultural exchanges that explain puzzling similarities between civilizations that supposedly never interacted. The universe is calling us back to our true origin. If you feel that spark, subscribe now and join thousands of others walking this stellar journey. Every new video is another key to unlocking the hidden map of our existence. Don't just watch. Be part of the awakening. Now, I want to go even deeper into this topic by examining how Cayce's visions provide a framework for understanding humanity's collective journey through time. His readings suggest that civilizations don't simply appear and disappear at random, but follow cyclical patterns of development, enlightenment, corruption, and renewal. Patterns that might offer invaluable insights into our own society's trajectory. If you've ever felt an unexplainable connection to a particular ancient culture or historical period, type ancestral memory in the comments. It might be more significant than you realize. Scientific discoveries like panspermia align remarkably well with Cayce's cosmic origin theory. This hypothesis suggests that life on Earth may have been seeded by microorganisms from space, traveling on asteroids or comets. When scientists discovered extremophiles, organisms that survive in harsh conditions like space, it lent credibility to this possibility. Even more fascinating, researchers have found complex organic compounds on meteorites, the very building blocks of life. This revelation transforms our understanding of human origins. We might not just be earthlings, but cosmic travelers whose ancestry extends far beyond this planet. The implications are profound. Our connection to the universe may be literal rather than metaphorical. Think about that journey. Organisms surviving the harsh vacuum of space, radiation exposure, and extreme temperatures to eventually evolve into complex life forms on Earth. The hidden truth is that Cayce's readings described this cosmic seeding thousands of years ago, long before modern science caught up. He spoke of souls coming to Earth from other realms of existence, bringing with them knowledge and experiences from elsewhere. This isn't just mystical thinking. It's increasingly aligned with scientific exploration of our origins. What's particularly striking about this convergence between ancient wisdom and modern discovery is how it reshapes our self-perception. If Cayce was right about our cosmic origins, couldn't his other insights about human potential also hold validity? The awakening that comes with understanding our potential starborn heritage opens new pathways for exploring consciousness itself. As we navigate this intellectual terrain, the boundaries between science and spirituality become increasingly blurred. Cayce described spiritual truths using the language available to him, while modern researchers use scientific terminology, yet both may be describing the same fundamental reality from different perspectives. This possibility creates a fascinating intersection where the mystical and empirical meet. Our journey of self-discovery takes on new dimensions when we consider that our very essence might have originated beyond Earth. It's not just about where we came from, but about what that origin story reveals about our potential and purpose in the cosmos. The revelations continue as we examine Cayce's predictions about geological changes alongside modern climate science. His descriptions of shifting weather patterns and environmental transformations mirror what we're experiencing today. These parallels invite us to look deeper at his other predictions with fresh eyes and an open mind. Now, I want to go even deeper into this topic by examining how Cayce's views on human consciousness align with quantum physics discoveries and what this means for our understanding of reality itself. If this cosmic origin theory resonates with you, type "starborn" in the comments below. Imagine being a soul of pure light and energy, existing in realms we can barely comprehend with our physical minds. This was how Edgar Cayce described our pre-Earth existence, as conscious beings in dimensions unbounded by the limitations of physical matter. The worlds he described through his readings were not made of atoms and molecules, but of intention, thought, and creative force. These weren't just abstract concepts either. These realms had structure, purpose, and communities of souls engaged in cosmic creativity. What's truly fascinating about Cayce's view is how it reframes our understanding of humanity's journey. In his vision, Earth isn't our beginning. It's simply one chapter in an epic cosmic narrative that stretches far beyond our current comprehension. Our human experience becomes something like attending a specialized school for soul growth. Among countless other opportunities in the universe, this perspective offers a profound transformation in how we might view our everyday struggles and joys. The revelations in Cayce's readings suggest that each of us made a deliberate choice to incarnate here. Before taking physical form, we existed as fully aware beings who understood the lessons Earth would provide. This reframing changes everything. Our challenges aren't random misfortunes, but carefully selected experiences our higher selves chose for specific development. But why Earth specifically? Cayce suggested our planet offers a unique classroom unavailable elsewhere in the cosmos. Here, physical matter is dense enough to create genuine separation from our spiritual awareness, creating the perfect environment for learning certain lessons. The veil of forgetting that descends when we incarnate isn't a mistake. It's actually essential to the process, allowing us to make authentic choices without the full cosmic perspective we had before birth. The hidden truth behind this philosophy is both humbling and empowering. If Cayce's readings are accurate, we are far more than temporary biological beings. We are eternal consciousness, having a deliberate human experience. This doesn't diminish our earthly journey, but rather elevates it to something profound, a chosen adventure in a vast cosmic unfolding. Now, I want to go even deeper into this topic by exploring exactly what kinds of souls Cayce described in his readings, and how these diverse soul origins might explain the remarkable differences we observe between people. The tapestry of humanity, according to Cayce, is far more complex and diverse than most spiritual traditions suggest, with souls arriving from various locations in the cosmos. If you're finding these concepts resonate with something deep within you, write in the comments, "My soul remembers." Our arrival on Earth wasn't random chance, according to Edgar Cayce. Rather, it was a deliberate, conscious choice made by our souls. This perspective transforms how we view our existence entirely, not as accidental biological entities, but as spiritual beings who actively chose this journey of human experience. Think about that revelation for a moment. What if the circumstances of your birth, the family you were born into, even the era you live in, were all part of a greater blueprint that your soul helped design? It's a profound shift in perspective that changes everything about how we might view our challenges and opportunities. Cayce's readings consistently described souls as traveling together through multiple lifetimes, creating a cosmic tapestry of relationships that spans centuries. This soul group concept explains why certain people feel instantly familiar when we meet them, as if we've known them forever. That's because, according to Cayce, we likely have. These souls make agreements to help each other learn and grow across multiple incarnations. The journey isn't random or chaotic. It's an intricate dance of souls who have made commitments to one another. Your closest relationships today, whether harmonious or challenging, might represent soul connections that have persisted across the ages. Each interaction becomes an opportunity for mutual growth and understanding of life's deeper lessons. This understanding gives new meaning to the people who enter our lives. That stranger who showed extraordinary kindness at exactly the right moment. That challenging relationship that pushed you to your limits but ultimately led to personal growth. These could be soul companions fulfilling agreements made before birth. What's particularly fascinating is how this concept reframes our understanding of life's difficulties. Rather than seeing hardships as punishments or random misfortunes, Cayce's perspective invites us to see them as chosen catalysts for soul development, experiences we actually signed up for before incarnating. Now, I want to go even deeper into the specifics of what Cayce revealed about these pre-birth choices, and what they mean for our everyday existence. The implications extend far beyond simple reincarnation theories into a comprehensive framework for understanding human consciousness and purpose. If any of this resonates with your own intuitive understanding of life, type "Soul Traveler" in the comments below. I'd love to know how many of you feel that connection to these ancient spiritual concepts. The journey from cosmic awareness to physical existence is truly fascinating. When we incarnate on Earth, something remarkable happens. The density of this reality acts like a cosmic memory eraser. This veil of forgetting isn't a flaw in the universal design, but serves an important purpose in our soul's evolution. The heavier vibrational frequency of Earth essentially compresses our consciousness, making it challenging to access the vast library of experiences we've accumulated throughout our soul's journey. Think about those moments when you've awakened from a dream that felt more real than reality itself. a place that seemed strangely familiar yet impossible to place in your earthly experience. Or perhaps during deep meditation, you've accessed insights or wisdom that seem to come from somewhere beyond your personal history. These aren't random neural firings, but potentially glimpses of your cosmic origins breaking through the density barrier. What's particularly intriguing is how these memories often surface when our conscious mind is quieted. During sleep, our analytical brain takes a back seat, allowing the soul's deeper knowing to rise to the surface. Similarly, in meditation, as we release the constant chatter of thoughts, we create space for these cosmic memories to emerge. It's like tuning a radio to pick up frequencies that were always broadcasting, but were previously drowned out by static. This revelation transforms how we might view our nighttime dreams, or meditative insights. Rather than dismissing them as mere imagination, we might consider them as fragments of our true cosmic heritage, pieces of a much larger puzzle we're slowly reassembling. The sense of déjà vu, the inexplicable familiarity with certain spiritual concepts, or even the immediate resonance with particular symbols or sacred geometries. These could all be echoes of your soul's journey before Earth. Now, I want to go even deeper into this fascinating concept of memory retrieval and how it relates to our everyday experiences. The veil between worlds isn't as impenetrable as we might think, and certain practices can help us navigate these realms of consciousness more deliberately. What's particularly transformative is understanding how these cosmic memories, once accessed, can provide guidance for our current life path and decisions. Have you ever experienced a dream or meditation that gave you a profound sense of remembering who you truly are? Type cosmic memories in the comments if you've had moments where you felt connected to something much larger than your everyday identity. The preparation of Earth as a soul-learning environment wasn't random chance. It was cosmic architecture on a scale beyond our conventional understanding. Our planet experienced precise calibrations through celestial events, magnetic field formations, and even carefully timed asteroid impacts that didn't just shape geography, but established the energetic foundations necessary for soul evolution. Think of Earth as a meticulously designed classroom with perfect conditions, not just for physical life, but for the deeper experiences souls need to grow. The atmosphere, the electromagnetic resonance, even the precise distance from the sun. All these created a uniquely balanced environment where consciousness could explore limitation and physicality in ways impossible elsewhere in our cosmic neighborhood. When the first souls began transitioning to Earth experience, they didn't simply arrive fully immersed in dense physical bodies. The process was remarkably gradual, a gentle descent into materiality that happened over thousands of years. These pioneering consciousnesses initially experienced Earth as semi-ethereal beings, maintaining significant connection to their non-physical awareness, while beginning to interface with the material plane. This transition phase represents one of the most fascinating chapters in our soul journey. Early incarnations weren't fully physical by our modern understanding. Consciousness maintained a more fluid relationship with materiality, allowing souls to shift between states of being that would seem miraculous to us today. The veil between dimensions was substantially thinner, and these early explorers could perceive multiple planes of existence simultaneously. What's particularly revelatory about this period is that these souls were establishing the energetic pathways and patterns that all future incarnations would follow. They were cosmic pioneers laying down the neural networks of planetary consciousness that we still access today, often without realizing it. When you experience moments of profound déjà vu or unexpected connection to ancient wisdom, you're tapping into these original experiential templates. The adaptation process wasn't just about souls adjusting to Earth. Earth was simultaneously adapting to these new consciousness energies. This mutual evolution created feedback loops that permanently altered both the planet's vibrational signature and the nature of how souls would experience physical reality here. It established the foundational relationship between consciousness and matter that defines our experience to this day. Now, I want to go even deeper into this fascinating journey by exploring how these early Soul-Earth interactions established the template for what we now experience as human consciousness, and how these original patterns continue to influence our collective and individual development in ways science is only beginning to recognize. If this perspective on soul evolution resonates with your own inner knowing, write "cosmic memory activated" in the comments below. When these early souls merged their homeworld technologies, they created something truly extraordinary. Imagine civilizations from different corners of the cosmos, each bringing their unique understanding of energy, matter, and consciousness, not competing, but collaborating. This cosmic exchange of knowledge sparked innovations we can barely comprehend with our current understanding. They didn't just build structures, they created living architecture that responded to thought. They didn't merely harness energy, they collaborated with it as a conscious force. What's particularly fascinating is how spirituality flowed through everything they did. Unlike our modern world with its rigid boundaries and institutionalized belief systems, their connection to the divine wasn't compartmentalized into designated buildings or specific days of worship. Spirituality wasn't something separate from daily life. It was the foundation that informed every decision, every interaction, every moment of existence. This borderless spirituality created a remarkable harmony. Without the divisiveness of competing religious institutions telling different groups what to believe, their understanding of the cosmic order evolved naturally through direct experience and shared wisdom. They lived in a state of perpetual revelation, where the mysteries of existence weren't locked away in sacred texts or guarded by special classes of interpreters. They were accessible to all who sought understanding. The transformation this created in their society was profound. Imagine making decisions not from fear or scarcity, but from a place of cosmic awareness. Imagine technology developed not for profit or power, but as an expression of reverence for creation itself. These weren't just technological advancements. They represented an entirely different relationship with reality, one where the line between the material and spiritual worlds had never been artificially divided. Now, I want to go even deeper into this reality because understanding how these early souls lived reveals hidden truths about our own potential. When we examine the artifacts and energetic signatures they left behind, we begin to see glimpses of what human consciousness might actually be capable of when unbound by our current limitations. Their journey contains revelations that could fundamentally alter our perception of what it means to be conscious beings in this universe. If this perspective on our ancient spiritual origins resonates with you, write ancestral wisdom in the comments below. As humans became more deeply entrenched in their physical experience, a fascinating transformation began to unfold. The original pure awareness that entered these forms gradually became identified with them. This wasn't an immediate process. It happened over thousands of years as consciousness became increasingly dense and materialistic. We essentially forgot who we really were. Think about how a child playing dress-up can become so immersed in their character that they temporarily believe they are a pirate or princess. On a cosmic scale, something similar happened to us. The pure awareness that had once observed through these bodies began to think it was the body itself, a profound case of mistaken identity that changed everything. This spiritual amnesia created the perfect conditions for conflict to emerge. When you believe you're separate from everything else, a vulnerable body with limited resources and a finite lifespan, fear naturally arises. And from fear springs the need to defend, acquire, and control. The original unity consciousness fractured into billions of seemingly separate selves, each fighting for survival and dominance. Behind the scenes of human history, this fundamental misunderstanding has been the hidden driver of countless wars, power struggles, and the relentless competition we see in our world. The more we identified with our physical differences, race, gender, tribe, nation, the more we created divisions that never truly existed at our core. As our connection to our cosmic origins faded from conscious memory, we began creating myths and stories to explain where we came from. These narratives varied wildly between cultures, but they all attempted to address the same profound mystery. Who are we, and how did we get here? Some traditions preserved fragments of the truth in metaphorical language, speaking of a fall from higher states or of divine beings taking human form. But the direct, experiential knowledge of our true nature became increasingly rare. The amnesia was so complete that we started to believe we were nothing more than advanced animals, biological accidents in an uncaring universe. This perspective represented the deepest point of our forgetting, creating a profound sense of existential isolation that continues to haunt modern consciousness. What's remarkable is that throughout this journey of forgetting, something within us has always remembered. That quiet intuition that we are more than just physical beings has never completely disappeared. It whispers to us through our most profound experiences, in moments of deep love, in creative inspiration, in the wonder we feel gazing at the stars. These glimpses reveal the truth that has always been there, waiting to be rediscovered. Now I want to go even deeper into this fundamental misunderstanding and how it has shaped not just our individual psyches, but our entire civilization, including the systems and beliefs we've constructed around ourselves. If you're recognizing elements of your own spiritual questioning in what I'm sharing, type "The amnesia is lifting" in the comments below. When we talk about cosmic DNA, we're actually touching upon something far more intricate than physical genetics. This cosmic blueprint carries the spiritual abilities and thought patterns that make each of us uniquely connected to the universe. What's fascinating is that much of this potential remains dormant in most people, like a computer running at only 10% of its processing power. Think about those moments when you've had an inexplicable gut feeling that turned out to be right, or when you knew who was calling before checking your phone. These aren't coincidences, they're glimpses of your cosmic DNA in action. Throughout human history, across every civilization, we find accounts of individuals who accessed these hidden capacities. Healers, seers, and visionaries who seem to operate beyond ordinary human limitations. The journey to awakening these dormant aspects of ourselves requires more than just meditation or positive thinking. It's a profound transformation that begins when we recognize the artificial boundaries we've accepted. Society has conditioned us to dismiss our intuitive impressions and synchronistic experiences as meaningless, yet these might be the very doorways to our expanded potential. What's truly remarkable about this cosmic awakening is that it follows a pattern similar to how physical DNA activates. Just as certain genes can be switched on under specific conditions, our spiritual capacities might be activated through conscious intention, specific frequencies, and energetic practices that ancient cultures preserved for millennia. The revelations that come through this process often challenge our fundamental assumptions about reality. People who have experienced even partial awakening report a shift in perception, where time becomes more fluid, intuitive knowledge flows more readily, and the artificial separation between self and universe begins to dissolve. Now, I want to go even deeper into this topic by exploring how specific ancient technologies and modern scientific discoveries are converging to create pathways for this awakening. The hidden truth is that these capacities aren't supernatural. They're simply natural abilities we've forgotten how to access. If you're resonating with this information, write cosmic activation in the comments. I'm curious to know how many of you have experienced those unexplainable moments that hint at your greater potential. When we look at the tapestry of human cultures across our planet, we're actually witnessing something far more profound than mere sociological development. Each civilization, each cultural tradition, carries within it echoes of cosmic memories, fragments of knowledge brought to Earth by souls with vastly different universal origins. This incredible diversity explains why our planet possesses such rich and varied ways of understanding reality. The ancient Egyptians and their obsession with the stars wasn't just astronomical curiosity, it was a soul-deep remembering. The Dogon tribe of West Africa somehow possessed detailed knowledge of the Sirius star system long before modern telescopes could verify it. These aren't coincidences, but revelations of our multidimensional heritage manifesting through human consciousness. This perspective offers a transformative lens through which we can re-examine historical conflicts. Those periods of tension between civilizations, the clashes that have defined much of our recorded history, reflect something deeper than mere resource competition or ideological differences. They mirror the early tensions between cosmic soul groups as they attempted to integrate their vastly different perspectives on a single world. Think about how the ancient Romans and Carthaginians engaged in centuries of warfare despite both being sophisticated Mediterranean powers. Or consider the persistent tensions between certain cultural groups that seem to transcend rational explanation. These patterns reveal the hidden truth about soul origins playing out on the stage of human affairs. The journey of these cosmic souls hasn't been easy. Imagine arriving on Earth with fragmentary memories of existence in entirely different dimensional realities, then having to adapt to the dense physical limitations of this planet. The struggle to translate cosmic understanding into human languages and concepts has created both brilliant innovations and tragic misunderstandings. Behind the scenes of human development, these soul groups have been gradually learning to harmonize their different frequencies. Some groups brought technological knowledge, others emotional wisdom, while others carried spiritual insights. The greatest civilizational leaps forward have occurred when these different soul perspectives found ways to collaboratively blend their unique gifts. Now, I want to go even deeper into this cosmic anthropology by examining how these soul origins manifest in our modern world. Certain cultural traditions have preserved more direct connections to their cosmic roots, while others have become more disconnected from these memories through various historical processes. If you're feeling a sense of recognition as I describe these dynamics, perhaps connecting some dots in your own experiences of cultural identity or inexplicable attractions to certain ancient traditions, type cosmic recognition in the comments. Your intuitive responses may reveal more about your own soul origins than you realize. Forgetting is a part of participating fully in Earth's life. It's a fascinating paradox, isn't it? That to be fully present here, we must temporarily release our cosmic awareness. This veil of forgetting isn't a punishment, but a deliberate design that allows us to immerse completely in the human experience. Think of it as removing the cheat codes from a video game. Suddenly, every challenge becomes real, every emotion authentic, every choice meaningful. Cosmic memories occasionally awaken through dreams or insights. These moments are like brief tears in the veil, glimpses of a larger reality that we can't quite hold on to. You've likely experienced this yourself, that inexplicable déjà vu, a dream that felt more real than waking life, or an intuitive knowing that arrived with no logical explanation. These aren't random glitches in your consciousness. They're moments of remembrance, tiny bridges to your wider existence. The journey of transformation often begins with these fleeting moments of cosmic recall, a sudden revelation while watching a sunset, a profound sense of recognition when meeting a stranger, the overwhelming feeling that you've done all this before. These experiences are dismissed in our rational world, yet they represent the hidden truth of our multidimensional nature trying to communicate with our earthly awareness. What's particularly revealing is how these cosmic memories often emerge during pivotal life transitions. During times of great change, loss, or awakening, the veil thins. It's as if the intensity of human experience creates openings where greater wisdom can filter through. Many spiritual traditions understand this pattern intuitively. They've created rituals and practices specifically designed to safely thin the veil and allow greater cosmic understanding to inform our human journey. The impact of these remembered insights can be profound. Even when we can't fully articulate what we've glimpsed, they change us. They plant seeds of possibility that continue growing even when our conscious mind has moved on. This is why dreams have been honored across all cultures throughout history, not just as random neural firing, but as potential messengers from beyond our limited perspective. Now, I want to go even deeper into this cosmic remembering process. There's a fascinating relationship between your soul's intentions before incarnation and the specific memories that break through during your life. These aren't random at all, but carefully calibrated revelations designed to guide you at precisely the right moments in your development. When we understand how this mechanism works, we can become more receptive to these guiding insights and recognize them not as odd anomalies, but as intentional communication from our higher awareness. If what I'm describing resonates with your own experiences, write "veil lifter" in the comments. I'd love to know how many of you have felt these moments of cosmic remembering in your own lives. Most of us have had that uncanny feeling, the sense that we're meant for something more, that deeper truths exist beyond our daily routines. This intuitive knowing is precisely what Edgar Cayce tapped into when discussing our forgotten cosmic origins. His readings suggest that humanity's journey through oblivion wasn't merely a fall from grace, but a profound evolutionary threshold, a cosmic test of our spiritual resilience. Think about it. Why would advanced souls choose the limitations of physical existence? According to Cayce, this descent into materiality was a deliberate choice, a courageous decision to develop discernment through contrast. By forgetting our divine origins, we're forced to rediscover them authentically, making our spiritual awakening infinitely more powerful. What's particularly fascinating is how modern scientific discoveries are beginning to align with these esoteric claims. Astronomers have identified potentially habitable exoplanets throughout our galaxy. Quantum physicists now discuss multiple dimensions and non-local consciousness. Even mainstream archaeology increasingly acknowledges sophisticated ancient civilizations with inexplicable technological achievements. Just last decade, researchers discovered the human genome contains alien DNA snippets that don't follow evolutionary patterns, anomalies some geneticists cautiously suggest could indicate external genetic influence. These scientific breadcrumbs create a compelling trail that leads toward Cayce's cosmic narrative rather than away from it. The implications of this hidden history transform our understanding of human potential. If we truly originated from higher dimensions, then our current limitations are temporary, a cosmic classroom rather than our permanent reality. This perspective invites a profound mindset shift from seeing ourselves as biological accidents to recognizing ourselves as cosmic explorers on an extended journey. Consider the revelation that what we perceive as supernatural abilities might actually be dormant, natural capacities, evolutionary inheritances waiting to be reactivated. This isn't just spiritual theory, it's a practical framework for personal expansion. Those inexplicable gut feelings, prophetic dreams, and moments of unexplainable knowing suddenly make sense as echoes of our multidimensional heritage. Now I want to go even deeper into understanding how these cosmic origins might be encoded within us. The ancient Egyptians, like many wisdom traditions, maintained that we possess energetic anatomy that extends beyond our physical bodies, systems that modern science is only beginning to measure and validate. These subtle energy centers could be the very interface between our material experience and our higher dimensional origins. What's one insight from this ancient wisdom that resonates most with you? Write cosmic remembering in the comments if you've ever experienced those moments where you just knew something beyond logical explanation. Let's explore this cosmic mystery further. The search for exoplanets has revolutionized our understanding of what's possible beyond our solar system. When astronomers discovered the first confirmed exoplanet orbiting a sun-like star in 1995, it cracked open a door to endless possibilities. Today, we've identified over 5,000 exoplanets, with thousands more awaiting confirmation. But what's truly fascinating is how many of these distant worlds exist in what scientists call the habitable zone. That sweet spot where conditions might support liquid water and, potentially, life as we know it. This cosmic revelation forces us to confront a profound transformation in how we view our place in the universe. If the conditions for life exist in so many places, the journey of life itself may be more universal than we've imagined. The hidden truth here isn't just about alien worlds, it's about our own origins. Edgar Cayce's intuitive readings on DNA present a fascinating alternative narrative that parallels some modern scientific thinking. While conventional, science traces DNA's origins to chemical processes on early Earth, Cayce suggested something more profound, that the blueprint for life may have cosmic origins. This perspective aligns interestingly with the scientific theory of panspermia, which proposes that life's building blocks may have been delivered to Earth via meteorites or cosmic dust. The impact of these possibilities on our understanding of human origins is staggering. Modern research has detected amino acids, the building blocks of proteins, in meteorites and even in the dust clouds of distant nebulae. Scientists have identified complex organic molecules in interstellar space that resemble precursors to DNA. These discoveries don't prove an extraterrestrial origin of life, but they certainly expand the realm of possibility. What's particularly intriguing about Cayce's perspective is how it bridges the apparent gap between spiritual and scientific worldviews. In his readings, the physical mechanisms of living organisms weren't separate from their spiritual nature. They were expressions of the same fundamental cosmic patterns. This holistic view suggests that life's emergence wasn't mere chemical happenstance, but part of a deeper order in the universe. Now, I want to go even deeper into this topic by exploring how these cosmic connections might influence our understanding of consciousness itself. If our physical building blocks potentially have cosmic origins, could the same be true for the awareness that animates us? Cayce's readings suggest an intriguing possibility that consciousness itself may not be limited to earthbound evolution. If any of these ideas about our cosmic connections resonate with you, type cosmic origins in the comments below. The builders of these megalithic structures employed techniques that continue to baffle our modern engineering minds. Take the precise stone cutting at Pumapunku in Bolivia, where massive blocks were crafted with such precision that not even a credit card can slip between them. Or consider the underground city of Derinkuyu in Turkey, capable of housing 20,000 people with advanced ventilation systems carved 250 feet into bedrock. These achievements reveal a profound understanding of physics, mathematics, and engineering that seems improbable for their supposed era. What's particularly fascinating is how Edgar Cayce's readings about these ancient technologies are finding validation in contemporary quantum physics. His descriptions of interdimensional forces and subtle energy manipulation once seemed like fantasy, but today's leading physicists speak of multiple dimensions, quantum entanglement, and forms of energy that exist beyond our conventional understanding. The hidden thread, connecting Cayce's psychic revelations to cutting-edge science, suggests we're on a journey of rediscovery rather than discovery. This pattern of advanced knowledge appearing throughout human history points to what I call technological amnesia, the cyclical forgetting and rediscovering of profound wisdom. When we examine how precisely the Great Pyramid aligns with Orion's belt, or how ancient texts describe flying vehicles with remarkably technical detail, we're faced with a transformative question. What if humanity's timeline isn't the straight line of progress we've been taught? The implications run deeper than mere historical curiosity. If Cayce was correct about ancient civilizations possessing remarkable technologies, and if modern physics is now confirming his interdimensional explanations, we're witnessing the revelation of a hidden truth about human potential. These ancient builders weren't just talented craftsmen. They were working with a profound understanding of reality that we're only beginning to rediscover. Now, I want to go even deeper into this topic by examining the specific technologies that Cayce described and how they relate to both ancient sites and modern scientific breakthroughs. The patterns that emerge tell a story far more compelling than conventional history acknowledges. If any of these connections between ancient wisdom and modern physics resonates with you, write "quantum ancestors" in the comments. I'm curious how many of you see these same patterns in our distant past. The concept of awakening to stellar consciousness represents a fascinating shift in how we perceive our connection to the cosmos. When we truly open ourselves to this expanded awareness, the boundaries between our individual experience and the vast universe begin to dissolve. This isn't just philosophical musing. Numerous accounts from spiritual practitioners, ancient wisdom traditions, and even some modern researchers suggest that human consciousness can operate beyond the limitations we typically assume. Think about those moments of profound intuition you've experienced when you somehow knew something without any logical explanation. These glimpses might actually be windows into a broader field of consciousness that we're only beginning to recognize. The journey towards stellar awareness isn't about gaining supernatural powers. It's about removing the filters that prevent us from accessing what's already within our potential. As this consciousness shift unfolds, both individually and collectively, abilities like telepathic communication and energy healing might emerge naturally, not as magical gifts, but as dormant capacities being remembered. Indigenous cultures worldwide have long maintained traditions of non-verbal communication and healing practices that operate on principles modern science is only beginning to explore. The revelation here isn't that these capacities are novel, but that they may represent fundamental aspects of human potential that our materialist worldview has obscured. What's particularly transformative about this perspective is how it reframes our relationship with both our inner experience and the cosmos. Rather than seeing ourselves as isolated biological entities, stellar consciousness invites us to recognize our intrinsic connection to cosmic processes. The atoms in our bodies were literally forged in stars. We are, in the most literal sense, made of stardust. This isn't poetic metaphor, it's physical reality. The path toward accessing these deeper layers of awareness often involves practices that quiet the analytical mind: meditation, breath work, time in nature, or creative expression. These aren't escape routes from reality, but doorways into a more complete experience of it. The hidden truth many discover along this path is that consciousness itself may be a fundamental property of the universe, not merely an emergent feature of complex brains. Now, I want to go even deeper into this topic by examining how these shifts in awareness might manifest in our everyday experiences. The journey towards stellar consciousness doesn't happen in isolation. It ripples through our relationships, our work, and our understanding of purpose. Many who report experiencing expanded states of awareness describe profound changes in how they navigate life's challenges, often developing remarkable resilience and compassion that transforms their impact in the world. If you're resonating with these ideas about consciousness expansion and our cosmic connections, write "Starborn" in the comments below. The universe hums around us, filled with possibilities we're only beginning to grasp. When we look at Earth from this cosmic perspective, something profound shifts in our understanding. Our planet isn't just a rock floating in space. It's a living, breathing member of a vast cosmic ecosystem. Think about how this realization transforms our relationship with our home world. When we see Earth as part of a greater community of celestial bodies, our responsibility deepens. It's like discovering you're part of an ancient neighborhood where every resident matters. This perspective calls us to be stewards rather than mere consumers of our planetary resources. The journey toward this cosmic awareness isn't just philosophical, it's practical. Behind the scenes of our everyday lives, scientists and forward thinkers are already laying groundwork for humanity's next evolutionary leap: conscious participation in interstellar relations. This isn't science fiction. It's the emerging frontier of human potential. What would it mean for us to deliberately prepare for cosmic connectivity? For one, it requires a fundamental shift in how we see ourselves. The hidden truth is that we've been operating with a limited identity, earthlings, rather than cosmic citizens. This mindset transformation opens doors to new possibilities in how we organize our societies, develop our technologies, and even structure our economies. Consider the revelations that might come from directing our collective intelligence toward cosmic-scale challenges. Problems that seem insurmountable from our current perspective: climate change, resource depletion, even social division, take on different dimensions when viewed through this expanded lens. The impact of this shift can't be overstated. When indigenous cultures maintained a relationship with the stars as part of their cosmology, they operated with a sense of belonging to something greater. Today, we have the scientific understanding to complement this intuitive wisdom, creating a powerful synthesis of knowledge. Our decisions today are writing the opening chapters of humanity's cosmic biography. How we manage our resources, how we develop our space programs, how we imagine our future. All these choices are setting the trajectory for our species' relationship with the greater universe. Now, I want to go even deeper into this topic by exploring what concrete steps humanity might take as we embrace this expanded identity. There are fascinating initiatives already underway that suggest possible pathways forward, and understanding them gives us a glimpse into our potential cosmic future. If something in this perspective resonates with your own thoughts about humanity's place in the universe, write in the comments, "Ready for cosmic citizenship." Cayce's revelations around cosmic citizenship aren't just philosophical musings. They represent a fundamental shift in how we might understand our existence. When he spoke of spiritual unity, He was describing an interconnected web that spans beyond our physical reality. Think about that for a moment. In his readings, Cayce regularly described how souls incarnate across multiple planes of existence, suggesting that your journey didn't begin on Earth and won't end here either. This perspective transforms how we relate to each other. If we're all cosmic travelers temporarily experiencing human form, the artificial boundaries we've created, nationality, race, religion, begin to seem remarkably arbitrary. This is where Cayce's work intersects with modern quantum physics in fascinating ways. Scientists now discuss the possibility of a unified field where everything is connected at the most fundamental level, echoing what mystics like Cayce described decades earlier. The implications of this cosmic memory ripple through every aspect of human experience. Imagine approaching conflict differently if you genuinely believed the person across from you has shared soul's journeys with you across millennia. The transformation this brings to human relationships can be profound. Many who study Cayce's work report experiencing spontaneous memories or intuitions about their own soul's journey, flashes of insight that feel deeply personal yet connected to something much larger. What's particularly striking about Cayce's framework is how it reframes our current earthly challenges. Environmental crises, social divisions, even personal struggles take on new meaning when viewed as opportunities for soul growth within a much longer cosmic timeline. This isn't about escaping responsibility, quite the opposite. It's about understanding that our actions here carry significance beyond what we can immediately perceive. The journey toward cosmic citizenship requires both internal reflection and external action. Cayce emphasized that spiritual awakening without practical application creates imbalance. Those who've studied his work deeply often describe a sense of remembering rather than learning, as if this knowledge of our cosmic origins lies dormant within each of us, waiting to be reawakened. This perspective offers both comfort and challenge, suggesting we're exactly where we need to be in our soul's development, yet always called toward greater awareness. Now, I want to go even deeper into how Cayce's understanding of consciousness can reshape our approach to life's greatest questions. The hidden thread connecting his various prophecies reveals something even more profound about humanity's collective path forward. If something in this resonated with your own intuitions about existence, write cosmic remembrance in the comments below. If this exploration of Cayce's cosmic perspective resonated with you in any way, I'd love to know. The journey we've taken through these ideas isn't just academic. It's deeply personal for many of us who sense there's more to our existence than meets the eye. Consider subscribing to continue these conversations about consciousness, spiritual development, and the greater cosmic story we might all be part of. Each video builds on these foundations, offering new perspectives on ancient wisdom. If you made it to this point and something stirred within you, perhaps a recognition or a curiosity about your own cosmic journey, leave cosmic remembrance in the comments. It's always meaningful to connect with others who are contemplating these deeper dimensions of existence. If you found value in these ideas, a like helps others discover this conversation too. Our understanding grows stronger when we explore these concepts. And together, there's another video right here that explores how these cosmic principles can be applied to everyday challenges we all face. Click and continue with me there. Your cosmic citizenship journey is just beginning.